Anyway, Arturo, you are both an academic but you are also in the board of a private equity investment fund, right?
I think Fabrizio covered almost all the subject of the issue related to private equity. So I just joined the last point of Fabrizio, just to know, we talk about the demand side in private equity. Okay, let's see the offer. Usually, we have both in private equity. We are talking about private equity funds. We consider private equity, specialized private equity funds and generalist private equity funds. Fabrizio told a smart consideration about the fact that usually in the shipping industry, specialized funds are more suitable to the peculiarities of the industry. I think that also that probably we need a different kind of intermediary, because there are very large generalist funds, but not only investment funds, also pension funds that would like to invest in the shipping, and but they have no the skills, they have no the competence, they cannot specialize an analyst to invest in this kind of business. So I think that a specialized vehicle investing in a portfolio of shipping companies could be an interesting target for the asset management of very large funds that would like to have a portion, a window on the shipping business. This can be a possible evolution of the contribution of private equity funds in the shipping. Then, furthermore, let me say that I'm very glad to see that now private equity funds are a player in the shipping industry. This, I think 10 or 15 years ago, this was only wishful thinking. Thank you.
You go from a banker's perspective, but I think you had also experience in private equity. So how do you see the present and the future of this?
First of all, I'd like to thank Jonathan Watson for the publicity he made for DVB Bank earlier today. And it is clear that both shipping and banking are in a crisis. I mean, just look at the number of banks represented here. It's even less than the number of ship owners. But we shouldn't forget that not all shipping and not all banking is in a crisis. Some areas of shipping, and I can mention LNG, offshore supply, cruise, and a few others, are actually doing very well. Same thing goes for banks. One gets the impression that banks have withdrawn from shipping. Well, I can tell you that if we have a really good shipping client that comes with a new project, I suddenly find myself faced with 3 or 4 competitors. So there is always money for good projects. But in this market, there are very few good projects. And where I see a purpose for private equity, it is for the good projects that the banks can not or do not want to finance because they are not acquainted with the specific projects. I, frankly speaking, do not see much of a purpose for private equity in bulk shipping or in tanker shipping or in container shipping. Look at the results of private equity in these areas. Look at the results of the German KGs, the Norwegian GSs, and the American stock-listed funds in these areas. It is basically all misery. Where I see a real potential for private equity is in things like cruise, like cattle carriers, like heavy lift. These are areas that banks are not acquainted with, don't know, and anything a banker doesn't know, he doesn't like to touch. It's like a banker is like a farmer. What you don't know, you don't touch. but it doesn't mean that there aren't possibilities and opportunities. So I think private equity should focus on innovation, revolutionary concepts, and niches where the banks don't dare to go.
Thank you, Hugo.